Salute my semen retention brothers, my semen retention family, elevating higher and higher through the use of the practice of semen retention. Mystical Path, the Mystic Oracle, back at you again. Special video for you today. This is for my fellas, because this is mainly who this video blog is geared towards. Before I get jumping, before this thing gets popping, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and leave me your comments. I like dialoguing with you guys, and like I say, there's power in numbers. There's a lot of power in numbers. So let's dialogue, and you guys can help me on my journey too, and we can help each other. But anyway, I just got a special video that I'm hoping and I'm praying that it's going to help some of you guys on your semen retention journey. And this one is going to be, the title of this one is going to be Seeking Jesus Christ, Yahshua, on your path, on your journey. And I'm pretty much past semen retention. Semen retention, that's like the baby. That's like the first step. That's like the first baby step. A man overcoming his sexual demons. A man defeating the sexual bully that he has to encounter every day because of our lower nature, our primal animalistic side. So that's the first step. But I want to talk about seeking Jesus, Yahshua, on this journey, because you don't want to just be doing semen retention just to be doing semen retention. You don't want to be doing semen retention to pull chicks or whatever. You want to do semen retention, like I said in the last video, chicks and females should honestly be at the back of your mind. If it's not somebody you trying to wife up, make your wife or make into a good lady, you're not trying to be booed up and become a paired or partnered or teamed with a wife, then if you're doing semen retention just to pull chicks and smash or whatever, then that's carnal. I'm changing it up. That's the animalistic side. There's so many other great sides to semen retention. Women shouldn't even be on your mind. I said that in the last video. You shouldn't even be thinking about no female. The whole conclusion of semen retention is you becoming the greatest version of yourself. One aspect of that, which is a huge aspect, is your spiritual life. And I could talk about, a ton of leaders out there. I could talk about a ton of spiritual leaders out there. But I choose to focus on Jesus, Yahshua, which is his Hebrew name, because he's the example that all men should be striving towards being like. He represents every stage of manhood, the struggle, carrying the cross, bearing the cross, facing his end, his death like a man, overcoming sexual temptation, sexual lust, and all these other things, all the temptations that he dealt with during his 40-day fast or whatnot. It's an interesting story. You guys should check them out. Some of you may say, "Oh, that's fictitious. He didn't exist. There's no historical evidence," which there is, and I'll get into that in another video. But even if, for some of you guys that think that way, utilize the story. Even if I'm not religious, this ain't about religion, but I'm saying patterning yourself after Yahshua, Jesus Christ, would be a great way to become a real man, because he dealt with everything and he overcame everything. You know, you think a man walking this planet as famous as he was, performing miracles. I mean, just follow the story. Performing miracles, healing the sick, all these things. And every culture has a Jesus in it, from Egypt, and they have different names. In India and all this, but you have to do your own research on that. I'm saying what we know, the example that we know of Jesus through what we read in the Bible, that's what we should be striving for as men. Not to be out here trying to get smashed, because smash is limited. I mean, if you guys are anything like me, man, you could put all your energy into a female, and there's some bad females out here. Ain't no doubt. There's some beautiful, attractive, pretty women out here. Ain't no doubt about that. They drain your energy. They drain your pockets. They drain your bank account. You go broke running after females, man. Flip that. Start studying Yahshua. Start studying Jesus Christ. He had females that followed him. His mother, Mary Magdalene, and multitudes of other women that followed him. And even men followed him, wanted to be like him, because he was self-disciplined. He portrayed a lot of self-discipline on this planet. And I know he had help. He had the angelic hosts above him helping him. But we got help too. We can invoke that same power. Let's use him as an example of what a man should be. He stayed prayed up. He was praying all the time. He was seeking the Creator's will. But he wasn't out here. And I've read a lot of books. I never read a no document where Jesus was out here chasing females or whatever. I've read in places that I've read in some I've read some books that say him and Mary Magdalene were husband and wife, which is interesting. We don't hear about that in growing up in church or whatever. Could be, probably not. I don't know. But I'm saying you don't hear, when you read the records of Yahshua, Jesus Christ, you don't read about him out here chasing chicks and that, how many women he can get. Now you look at other superheroes or Greek gods or whatever, and, ancient heroes of the past or whatever. They got these plethora of women and all this other stuff. King David smashing a ton of women. King Solomon's, his son just smashed. But you don't see that in Jesus. You don't see that in Yahshua. I'm simply saying that utilizing Jesus Christ, Yahshua, as an example of what we can be while on semen retention. That I think that'd be a great. I think that'd be a great feat. For men that are serious about this to reach for. I know I was going through some years ago. I was going through some rough times. I was going through some hard times. And I encountered a guy, spiritual guy, older black older black guy, or whatever, real spiritual. He had the experience or whatever, and I was just like, man, I need some help. I need some advice or whatnot or whatever. Why am I going through all these things? Shit is tough. I feel like I want to give up. I'm about to snap. And he said, that's just your path. He said, every man, like Yahshua, like Jesus, he said, every man is going to have to carry his cross. All men have a cross that they have to carry, and you have to have strength to bear that cross. That cross is symbolic. That cross is symbolic of the things you're going to endure on this planet. I don't care how much money you got, if your parent, you grew up rich and you spoiled, you think you got it all figured out. As a man on this planet, you're going to endure weight. That cross is symbolic of everything that a man has to deal with in this life. Temptations, drugs, drinking, the stresses of life, just being a man. I don't care what you do in this life, you're going to have to carry your cross just like Jesus did, just like Yahshua did. That's why I said he's a great example to study. And in order to have the strength to bear all that weight, that's where semen retention comes in. Semen retention is a good start because it helps you to be able to bear. But if you weak and you all drained out, females got you all drained out and dried out, you're gonna have a hard time, man. Because the battles that we face as men on this planet aren't just physical. I've said this in a couple of other videos. You see a bad female walking or whatever, what I'm saying, you can't control yourself. You got that fire and you like, man, I got to get at this chick. That could be a spiritual thing, because we wrestle not only against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and high places, wickedness in high places. The Satan, the negative energy, call it what you wanted. The dark energy could jump in any body, any physical vessel. That could be a dark energy jumping in a badass, Latina chick. Like if you like me, I like, Latina chicks or whatever. Spanish chicks. I mean, I like all women, but I'm just saying, you could, that dark energy can come by, you'd be like, gosh, she's bad. She come, you get your number, y'all smash, and she can drain your energy. You don't have no energy to bear your cross. You don't have no energy to bear that weight that you're going to have to carry in life. Every situation, your job, finance, your kids, your baby mamas, whatever. You need strength to carry that weight. What's a good example of strengthening yourself? Be like Jesus. Be like Yahshua. Study him for yourself. A lot of you cats are in all, Buddha. There's a lot of religious disciplines out there. I'm saying give Jesus Christ a chance. Read his story. Read his biography and see what you can take from that. He was prayed up. He was constantly praying and fasting or whatever. He was self-disciplined. He was a real man. He wasn't no soft dude. He wasn't no soft cat out here. What I'm saying? Having cookies and milk and smiling all the time and nah. Nah. I know some of us been taught that. No, but Jesus was a real dude. He was like a man's man, but in order to know that, you got to read it. You can't follow what I say about that. Go read it for yourself. He was a bad, like today he would be like a street dude. He'd be like a street dude. He'd be like a bad boy. He'd be like a real man. Just he's not out here just interrogating people, but I'm saying he wasn't zero punk. I'm gonna say that again. Jesus Christ, Yahshua, was zero punk. What punk go in a temple and beat the hell out of everybody in the temple, turning over tables? That's rage. So you got to read his story or whatever, and I'm saying it'll help you on your journey. Don't use semen retention to be. I'm gonna say it again. Don't use semen retention to be out here attracting, pulling chicks so you can smash and they can rob you of your energy. We all make mistakes. I made a mistake a couple of nights ago. Matter of fact, what's the day? I made a mistake last week or whatever. I smashed a bad chick. I smashed a bad older chick or whatever. I dogged her. I tried to drill. I tried to beat the brakes. I tried to beat the guts out this chick. But I did use semen retention. I didn't bust or whatever. So I'm saying you can smash. You're gonna have encounters where you got to smash or whatever. I get that. I'm saying don't let that be your only focus. And if you do if you do slip up and smash or whatever, you utilize semen retention. But the main goal on this channel, I want to even get off talking about women. I want to get this thing elevated to a level where you got a whole army of real men, real dudes that's living in their highest version. And my main focus when I discuss this is going to be Jesus, Yahshua. That's going to be my main focus. Jesus Christ, Yahshua. So, like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let's dialogue about it. You guys tell me some stuff that help you on your journey, on semen retention or whatever. But like I said, it'd be interesting to check out Jesus Christ, Yahshua. You can read about him in the Bible. You can do history searches on him. And just read his story and apply some of his habits in your life while on semen retention. And it'll help you on your journey too, like I'm doing. But anyway, man, love you guys. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.